OLED TVs have become a game changer in the world of home entertainment, offering stunning picture quality with perfect blacks, vibrant colors, and exceptional contrast. The unique technology behind OLED, organic light-emitting diode, allows each pixel to emit its own light, leading to deeper blacks and more precise color reproduction than traditional LED TVs. Whether you're into gaming, sports, or cinematic experiences, an OLED TV offers top-tier performance. Let's dive into the best models available for the year 2025, with options catering to different needs like picture quality, gaming, and budget-friendly choices. So in this video, we have compiled a list and reviewed the top 5 best OLED TVs you can buy in 2025. For more information on the products, we have included links in the description box below. Let's get started. Number 5. Sony XR A95L. We finished our review of the Sony XR A95L as very happy campers. In fact, we awarded the latest Sony QD OLED flagship a perfect 5 out of 5 stars. This TV is seriously good, and because we're dealing with a QD OLED display, there are plenty of brightness, colors, and contrast perks thanks to those onboard quantum dots. But we're really just scratching the surface with those highlights, so let's take a look under the hood. As we've come to expect from most Sony sets, the formidable A95L is equipped with the company's cognitive processor XR, CPXR, as the main brains behind the picture. As it handles everything from frame-to-frame improvements and 4K upscaling, we've always been major fans of Sony's picture engine, but when you combine the CPXR with the A95L's native panel tech and XR Treluminos Max, you get movies, shows, and video games that look like they could leap right off the screen. This is also the first of Sony's QD OLEDs to be equipped with the Pentonic 1000 HDMI chipset, which allows for Dolby Vision gameplay at up to 120Hz. That's on top of other gaming features like VRR support and HDMI 2.1 connectivity. As for the latter, only 2 of the TV's 4 ports support the latest HDMI standard, and as our own Caleb Dennison points out in his review, one of these ports is also the TV's HDMI AR Crarc port. This may pose a little trouble for those who may want to use the EARC connection for Dolby Atmos or HDMI CEC purposes, but one can always invest in an HDMI switcher if push comes to shove. Beyond that one minor hitch, the Sony A95L lives right on the cutting edge of TV tech, and other manufacturers should definitely be taking notes. Number 4. LG OLED Evo C4. One of our favorite things about LG is that even though brands like Sony and Samsung have started getting very competitive with models like the A95L and S95D, these are QD OLED TVs, LG hasn't gone back to the drawing board to attempt to come up with picture tech that's bolder and better. Instead, the company is sticking to its OLED roots, which leads us to the LG C4 OLED Evo. Available in sizes ranging from 42 to 83 inches, the LG C4 is a great TV for everything from movies and shows to video games. And thanks to features like Brightness Booster Max, spectacular highlights and HDR colors really stand out on this set, even in a brightly lit room. We do recommend watching from as centered of a seating position as possible though, as there's a bit of a green overcast to the image when viewing off angle. Calling all gamers, not only does the LG C4 have 4 HDMI 2.1 port and 144Hz refresh rate capabilities, but features like VRR support lead to some of the best response times and lag-free performance we've ever seen on an OLED. The LG C4 is also equipped with LG's WebOS 24 for accessing streaming service apps like Netflix and Disney+, or streaming tunes via AirPlay 2. Historically, OLED TVs have always looked the best in dark rooms, so if your living room is often bathed in sunlight, the C4 series may not be the best fit for your home. For that, have a look at our list of the best QLED TVs instead. Number 3. Samsung S95D DQD OLED. The Samsung S95D is the third generation of Samsung's QD OLED technology, combining quantum dots and self-emissive pixels to deliver a TV with plenty of picture detail, especially when it comes time to dig into its color palette. At one time, brightness was a major concern when buying an OLED TV, but sets like the S95D lay those worries to rest. In our own picture tests, editor-at-large Caleb Dennison clocked 1,450 nits for peak brightness. Performance. While this isn't exactly on par with QLEDs like the Hisense U8N, this type of brightness is a huge step forward for all OLEDs, not to mention the TV's anti-glare matte screen, which helps to cut down on how much ambient lighting interferes with your picture. The S95D is equipped with 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs and supports 4K 144Hz with variable refresh rate, VRR. Whether you plan on hooking up your console or gaming PC, you'll get near instant response time and super low input lag with this Samsung QD OLED. We were also quite impressed by the S95D's built-in speakers, which brought far bigger sound to the table than we're used to from any modern TV. Available in 55, 65, and 75-inch sizes, the Samsung S95 DQD OLED is further proof that Samsung knows exactly what it's doing with OLED technology. Number 2. Sony BRAVIA 8 series. For 2025, Sony decided to part ways with the medley of random letters and numbers that generally make up its TV models. Instead, we're getting simplified BRAVIA 3, 7, 8, and 9 series labeling, and only one of these models is a 2024 Sony OLED, the BRAVIA 8 series. The BRAVIA 8 uses a WOLED or white OLED panel, and while this doesn't really affect the TV's contrast performance, the loss of quantum dots does make for a less vibrant image overall. But OLED TVs aren't renowned for brightness to begin with. That's where the best QLED TVs and QD OLEDs come into play. Although the BRAVIA 8 does bring exceptional SDR and HDR brightness to the table, the BRAVIA 8 does an excellent job at standing up to ambient lighting and has a wide viewing angle, so every seat in the living room is the right seat. We're also glad to see that Sony included a few gaming optimizations on the BRAVIA 8 too, including VRR support and an automatic game mode. In fact, the only drawback for gamers is that the HDMI 2.1 is confined to 2 of the TV's 4 HDMI ports. Available in 55, 65, and 77-inch sizes, the BRAVIA 8 has a 50-watt 2.1 speaker system, which produces a surprising amount of audio for a TV. Number 1. LG G4 OLED. The title of the best OLED TVs is a dynamic competition among LG, Samsung, and Sony. This year, however, the crown goes to LG with its LG G4 OLED model, while Samsung and Sony are advancing their QD OLED technology in flagship devices. The LG G4 utilizes an upgraded version of WOLED, incorporating second-generation micro-lens array technology. This terminology might be complex, but it essentially means that this latest panel offers improved brightness levels compared to any previous LG OLED. Notably, it achieves this augmentation safely, allowing extended usage without compromise. In our laboratory assessments, the LG G4 OLED displayed peak brightness levels nearing 1500 nits, coupled with a remarkable color accuracy rating of 1.4041. These figures significantly surpass the performance of other OLED televisions available on the market today. Furthermore, the LG G4 excels in gaming features with an impressive low input latency of 9.2 meters when in game mode, making it an outstanding option for both movie enthusiasts and gamers alike. The combination of cinema quality visuals and an immersive gaming experience defines what users expect from premium OLED TVs. Our rigorous testing procedures and personal impressions have led us to confidently declare the LG G4 OLED as the best OLED television currently available. Its advanced technology and superior performance position it as a leading choice for consumers seeking the ultimate viewing experience. For anyone in the market for an OLED TV, the LG G4 OLED stands out as the best option, setting a new standard in display technology and user satisfaction. With its impressive performance and thoughtful design, it's clear that the LG G4 OLED is deserving of its accolades, firmly establishing its place in the competitive OLED landscape. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.